welcome to On the Peg with me, your host, the eyebrow raising, the one, thankfully, the only one that we know of, at least in this universe, Man Montreal Man. And today on the show, we're doing a look at three figures, not DC, not Marvel. They are, of course, as promised, the Street Fighter. I only got the trio. I couldn't find any more of them. Now, I wasn't planning on picking these guys up. Really wasn't, but I've seen so many people praising these. I just like, why? I already have a whole bunch of Street Fighter toys, including all of these guys. I was like, okay, they're praising them. I'm seeing the secondary markets going crazy. I mean, I saw him on sale, secondary market, $60 US. I'm like, why? Go to Walmart. My Walmart still has him. But I figured, why not? They were within my price range, within my little tight budget. It was one of those weeks where I had nothing coming in, no pre-orders, nothing. I didn't have to spend any money on groceries that week, so I was able to pick them up. So let's start, shall we? Let's take a look at the Street Fighters. So we're going to start off with the one that I still see everywhere. Good old Fei Long. So what do you say we take Fei Long out of this little arcade type package? And we'll take a look at him. On the close-up, he's not badly detailed. I do like the backing of the packaging. He does come with spare hands, a giant effect, and of course a spare head. I mean, he is posable. I do give him credit for that. The funny thing with this one is he doesn't really have a base. Now, because if I look at, for example, Chun, she's got the things for a base. He's got the things for a base. Fei Long doesn't have a base. I'm just looking in the box. No, I'm not blind. There's nothing in here. No base. Okay, so that's a bit of a weird thing that the others come with bases for action poses and he doesn't. But he has this flame effect. Plastic. Now, posability, yeah, he's posable. You know, he's pretty well posable. However, this is where I'm going to get some hate. I know it. I don't see what the fuss is all about. Size-wise, they're puny. I mean, they're smaller than a Marvel Legend. I mean, they're not large. They're small. Yeah, okay, they're posable. But, you compare them. Here, let's just give you a size comparison here. Even though I normally don't like doing this, but okay. You want to turn him into a Robin, he's the right size. So for me, I like my 7-inch action figures. I find they're a better height, and I just knocked Batman down. I just find that they're better height. But I can even see people who collect Marvel Legends being a little disappointed with their height. If you don't collect anything else and you love the Street Fighter game and you've never had any Street Fighters, yeah, I can see why you might like these and go crazy for them. I myself, so far, I still don't see what the hype is. I don't. Very, very, by the way, cartoony with the face, but that's him. Let's take a look at good old Ken. Now, I've got a few Kens. And the thing about my other Street Fighters, there are 7 inches. I think it was my old Street Fighter collection that got me into wanting 7-inch action figures. Because they were decent heights, well built, well articulated. But let's take Ken out of the pack. It'd be kind of cool if these things lit up. Be back in a second. close-up, once again, you know, they look like the arcade characters. He's got an alternate face as well. A little bit, because of the jack, he's a little bit less posable. This does sort of stop him a little bit. Height-wise, well, you know, short. They're short. Now, I don't normally like talking about packaging. I mean, I do admit I like the background stuff. But when I said he came with a base, which is in there, okay, alternate head, that thing, he doesn't have any place to put it on him. There's no back peg. There's nothing clamps to hold him sideways. So then I thought, hey, that base must be for holding up the effect. And no, there's no hole for the effect. So I guess you just take this and you throw it at somebody. Once more, you know, I don't see what the fuss is about. I prefer my older ones, yeah. I mean, price-wise, they are less expensive than the larger Street Fighter toys that I have, but I don't know, I'm just still not seeing the appeal or what the big fuss is about. But who knows, maybe the next one will change my mind. So let's take a look at good old Chun-Li. And we'll be back after this edit. Same problem as Ken. Has this base, I mean, extra hands, extra head effects. This doesn't go anywhere into the character. It's like they're missing the clamp things. But let's take another look at her, shall we? You saw in the close-up. She's got a nice face sculpt. I do give her credit for that. She is posable, actually, compared to Ken. She's a lot more posable than Ken. It looks like the arcade game. It really does. Now, I could do like every other YouTuber, take her, compare it to my other ones I got, my other Street Fighters. I'm not going to do that. She's short. I mean, let's be honest. They're the same height. Compared to other figures, they're small. I mean, they are small. I mean, she makes James Gordon Batman look big. Not saying a lot. But no, I did pick them up. I might pick up one or two more, depends on the character, because I do love the game. I used to play the game in the arcade. Yeah, I'm that old. But as Street Fighter toys go, if you're looking for the best Street Fighter toys, these aren't it. These are affordable, yes. They remind me of the game. Yes, the packaging is cool. The bases are a joke. They make McFarlane's bases look pretty good, and that's saying a lot. But no, it's I do like the face sculpt on her a lot. She's got a nice face sculpt. Out of the three face sculpts, hate the face sculpt on this guy. The alternate head, I'm not a big fan of those. Ken is smiling, but he looks cartoony. Her face sculpt is nice. The details in the outfit is nice. She is posable. If you want a small female sidekick for your Marvel Legends, yeah, she would fit in there. With DC, doesn't go at all. No. But yeah, they did. I'm not gonna show it, but they did do one thing that a lot of the fans are praising. The Badonkadonk is fairly large. Yeah, they get really good hips. In the video game, she has hips. She's a hippie girl. But I like most about her is the face sculpt. It's a really nice face sculpt. And that's it for the Street Fighters. If I get any more, I will, of course, review them here. If you want me to do a comparison of these three versus the Street Fighters I already have in my collection, let me know in the comments. You know, it's not something I'm going to go out hunting for, I'll be honest, because, like I said, I have a thing for 7-inch action figures. Even though I loved this game when I was younger, I just can't see myself going gaga crazy for 5-inch figures. To be honest, they're basically 5-inch figures. So, Not my cup of tea, unfortunately. But that's it for this episode. Yeah, it's a bit more of a mini episode as well, but I only have 3 figures and I don't have much to say about them. I really don't. I don't hate them. Packaging is cool. I like the packaging. This is one time, if you're a collector who just wants to keep them in packaging, I won't blame you because the packaging would look good on a shelf. It looks good on the wall. I might actually put them back in the packaging to display them because the packaging does look good. I give them credit for that. Well, that's it for this episode of On the Peg. I am tired. I am stressed. And, yeah. I've got a lot of pre-orders came in this week. And that's the great thing about pre-ordering your stuff. You pre-order it, you pay for it, and then you forget about it. Yeah. Let's just put it this way. I went down to GameStop today, and apart from picking that up, I had 12 pre-orders come in. They even had managed to get me something that I didn't pre-order. I missed. I said in a previous video I wanted it and I regretted not pre-ordering. They managed to get me one. So that's all going to be in the next couple of regular shows of On the Peg. And yeah, it's one of those weeks. I'm tired. Spent hours on the job boards today. You know, it's kind of depressing, but as I always ask you to do, and I'm asking you as a favor to me, just do it for me, okay? Because I need to know that you're doing this so I can do it too. And that is, of course, stay healthy. Please, stay healthy. We need you. We need people like you. Toyaholics to stay healthy. Of course, we want you to stay happy. You don't have to have an imaginary unicorn for that. If you get the reference, you're cool. And as I always try to do every day, no matter how bad it gets, I always try to stay positive. And, you know, one of the best ways to do that, even though they're only 5 inches tall, as long as you have toys, you're off to a good start. And we'll see you next time here on The Peg.